I won't be sedated. Just get me to the airport, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh no, oh, 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 oh. 24 hours to go. I won't be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Well, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. I've been flirting with 100 for quite a while now. I hit 95, 96, I think I've been as high as 97, and I've had a lot of folks that subscribed and have been subscribers for quite some time, and I really appreciate it. Hi, cow. I really appreciate it, and it's an honor to have so many people for a little site that or a little channel that was just meant to store video on. It's pretty cool. Met some awesome folks from different parts of the world, and I appreciate the comments, and always enjoy hearing them. I try to get back to as many as I can, and if I'm subbed to your site, I make sure I watch your videos and make comments, and usually I hope my comments are taken with the humor that they're intended. So I never know. Sometimes you think something's funny when you're typing, it doesn't look as funny when someone's reading it, but that's how it's meant. I don't mean to be a troll or anything like that. I think a lot of people do an awesome job, and I try to, if someone subscribes to my channel and they have a channel, I'll always sub them back. And there's quite a few people who are subscribed, and they don't post videos or something. But anyway, I got a Forest Service guy coming. Hello, how are you? Not too bad. Is Apache Maid open? Can you go up there? Oh, cool. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Thank you. That was pretty nice. Most of the actual Forest Service people were good folks. I think there's some volunteers that give me headaches. Ooh. I don't know what's worse, large rocks in the road or the mud ruts. Cattle everywhere, not a quarter pounder to spare. I'm a poet. It's awesome. Hey, next week I'm going to be rapping. Not. But there sure is a lot of cattle up here. I haven't seen this many cattle in a long time. Beef prices must be way up. Oh, these must be I don't know if these are Black Angus or what. Probably not. Well, this is the north side of Apache Maid, northwest side, I guess. And you can see, I hope, the switchbacks that cut in up and down the side of the mountain there. That's where we're going. And just over that knob up there is the lookout tower. So we should have some fun heading up. Well, this is the bottom of the hill, and we start our ascent up and ride the switchbacks back and forth. Well, some of the clouds are threatening, you know, they do threaten rain. It's kind of nice having it up there. It's looks real pretty. Yeah, we can go a long time in the valley without seeing more than a cloud or two every once in a while. Yeah, I keep asking. You called a couple of times, then I asked that ranger there. This gate has been closed on me a few times. What's Mr. Duff Factor call them things? Baby head size rocks. Anyway, I've had that gate closed on me a few times, and inconveniently. I mean, you're talking, I've led rides up here with, you know, 10 or 15 machines behind me, and you get up here, you're thinking it's going to be open, and you make a good 10-mile trek, and you get to the gate, and it's closed. Which isn't too bad of a deal. I mean, there's plenty up here to look around at. But the views up here are just real pretty. I come up here and on Angus the Rhino, my side-by-side off-road vehicle, and you can really hang it out, especially around some of these corners. You get sliding around here like it's dirt track. Take a look out here. Whoa. So, Coconino National Forest, if you look down the hill, my finger's probably not pointing where you're looking, but you'll see a spot of water down there. That is T-bar tank, and just where those pine trees are coming towards me, is where that ranch was. We'll be able to see it from up top. It's like this all the way up. I figured I'd save the views for up top. We'd grab this one little opportunity to get the scenic overlook. I think we're pretty close to the top. slow. I don't think I can go much slower. Oh, here we are. There's the fire lookout. It's a little breezy up here. I think I'll use the helmet cam for a little bit, do a little walk around here, and see if they'll let us up on the tower. Thank you, sir. I'll be up. Yeah, the fire watchers are usually pretty personable people. I've met a few grumpy ones. This guy seems to be pretty nice. I'm gonna walk you over here. This is one of my, there's an outhouse. Got to get the full tour. This is one of my favorite lookouts over here. Here we are. That's just awesome. Love it. And down in there's that little outcropping of pine trees there. Right at the hub of that is where we were at that ranch. And that's the pasture over there. Over there you might be able to see a red colored road. That's the road we came up on. So I'm going to get back down here, head over to the bike and swap cameras. I wouldn't mind trying that job for a little while. Fire watch. I think you got 4 days on, 3 days off, something like that. A little time by yourself. Anyway, I'll swap cameras here. Well, since we got the invitation, we're gonna take a walk up to the top of the tower and see if we can get permission to videotape up there.
This is the Apache Maid Lookout, in elevation wise about 7,300 and some odd feet, so we're pretty high up. I mean, it's not like it's there's other lookouts that are higher.
Yes, sir.
But this is pretty high. Yeah. This here is our firefinder. This was made about 100 years ago, manufactured by a guy named Osborne and a guy named Leopold. Leopold was a guy that's probably done the, if you bought a pair of binoculars, you probably see his name on it.
Like rifle scopes and things like that, yeah.
And so, but this was, this here's about 100 years old, firefinder, in the simplest sense. There's a hill out there, or a mountain we'll call it, and if I had a smoke out there, what I would do, come down here, and I would, I got a front sight and a rear sight, and I just put the front sight right on the smoke. And so then what I would do, I would come back here. This here is an azimuth ring, just like a big compass.
Yep.
Right? So that gives me my azimuth. And we are located right about here in the center. Okay. And so what I've done is, to simplify it, I've taken a tick mark and put tick marks. So from that, if we had a fire out there, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 4 miles out. And whatever color smoke I would see, say if I saw white smoke, what I would do, I would call it in. First of all, I'd give them the distance of the smoke, the azimuth, what color smoke I'm seeing, and then what I do, I would call dispatch and basically Apache Maid, I'd go Flagstaff, Apache Maid lookout, fire flash, and that tells them that I have a fire. Then what I would do is I give them all the information. I give them the distance, the azimuth, what type of smoke I'm seeing, and then because of what type of smoke you're seeing really depends on. If it's a white smoke, basically that could be grass and trees and pine cones and that type of thing. If it's a deep smoke, a black smoke, that could be a tree, a mature tree that's burning. So all the information is pertinent. So then at the dispatch, what they do is they have something like this. And this here is basically, this is me right here. So if I had a smoke over here, okay, and this lookout here could see it, what they would do, they would cross it.
Okay, so you get triangulation.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And so this triangulation, I'll tell you what, this is, it locks it in pretty much, especially if you got some smoke in some canyons, right? And so if I see top smoke, and she can look down into the canyon, she can see where it's coming. And basically what this does, it just locks it in pretty much. So what dispatch, they have something like this down at the office down there. And these are, of course, all lookouts. All these round circles are lookouts. Some of them are manned, some aren't. But the nice thing about it is that what they do, call smoke in, and they come up with a township, right? The township, this is the township over here on your right. And up here would be your range, okay? Your ranges. So theoretically, they can say, well, the smoke's in township 16, right? And they can say, well, it's in range 10 east. So basically the old military thing, you kind of go over like so, and you come down. And so in each township, there's 36 sections. So you come over here, and they said, well, we would send township 16, range 10, section 15. So that's section 15. And so what they would do, they would even break it down. They would say it's township 16, range 10. And what they'll do, they'll go something like this here. They'll quad this out, actually. They'll quad it out. They'll just quad this out. In other words, they'll just split this, they'll quarter it out. So they'll say, well, it's in the northeast corner of section 15. Actually, they'll go northeast of the southwest, or in other words, they just lock it in pretty much. So yeah. So, but then they have this. They can computerize this where they can give you a Latin long, right? So it makes it kind of.
So this looks a lot like the forest maps that you get.
Yes.
And they superimpose these on there.
Yeah. Only if you buy the maps, they're probably not going to have. So the big thing is get the guys in. Actually, when all the information is gathered, dispatch will assign it to an engine. And then the crew go out and try to locate the smoke. And at that time, what I usually do is I'll switch over to a frequency that eliminates me or anybody else overriding someone else. We go to a TAC channel.
Yeah. So once the fire's being taken care of, you're out of the picture?
No, I'm actually, once they get on the fire, for the most part, yes. I'll, what they'll do when they're on the fire, and say they put it in containment, and they'll leave, and they'll come back in the morning, I'll just keep an eye on it. If it does a restart on it, then I'll call and say, that incident number 3 is just for the heads up. It looks like it's restart. In other words, it's hammers are kicking in. It's burning again. So yeah.
What kind of schedule they keep you on up here?
Well, I'm on right now. I'm on 5/8. Before it was 10. I was on 6/10. So that was did that for about a month or so. That was kind of interesting. Kind of long.
So you stay up here 24 hours a day?
This is my bed right here. This is my bed.
Nice. Don't roll out of it.
And I dub it. I put my maps here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, you know, there's things you have to do. You know, you break out a topo and just try to get more exact.
Topo?
So this here is the same map as that. Only this is the old military thing. You put a string through it, and you can basically you can stretch it out. If you get an azimuth, you can basically work at the azimuth from here. So yeah, and then then at night I take all this stuff and put it on here. This is my bed. Heater, stove, refrigerator, everything's propane, and this has just been refurbished. That's why it looks so.
I was gonna say, it looked newer than the last time I was up here.
Some of them are. I was in one that was built in '37. That was of course, it was a smaller one, but they just did this. I think they just finished this up last season. I think they just finished this up. So this is pretty slick, actually.
So do you still have to use the yard hydrant out there and pump it?
You know, that was there for quite a few years, and for some reason, Adrian, I'm not quite sure what they did. Is there was a there was a tank that set in, if I can remember correctly, and you pump it from the tank, and then you have to check the purification on it, of course, and I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was too much hassle of trying to maintain it, the purification on it. I packed my own water up on 5 gallons at a pop, so I put, just like the old Iceman years ago, put the thing on.
There you go.
Come up the stairs, yeah.
Geez, there's an old abandoned fire watch over by Mormon Lake.
Yeah.
Up on the hill there, and it looks like that. I mean, it looked long term. They've got the old wooden lookout, and then down below there's a cabin down there.
Yeah, that's the. I think that's basically a good read if you ever get a chance to. It's got all the fire lookouts and everything.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I bought it, and I bought a couple. I bought this a couple years ago, and there's some friends that like this, so I got them a couple of gifts for it. Yeah, I think that's kind of. I think it's pretty well not manned. It's just Mormon Lake. Now this is.
Yep, that's the one.
That it here? Okay, yeah, that's a 7x7, and I think what they've done, I think they pulled the stairs out of here so people won't go into it because it's dilapidated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was built in '27. Gosh. So yeah, good read. Get a chance.
Yeah. I'll order one of those up. That's. Because I've been at a few of them, and it's like if there's not been anybody there, you don't know anything about it. And
yeah, this actually, she's a nice lady. Actually, who did this? She's and here's this. I did meet the guy who was he was a historian for the Red Rock Ranger District, and he gave me some info on that. And that thing was really before they just continued running cattle on it. That was really. I guess really nice ranch. I mean, modern for that time era.
Yeah, you can see it looks like they ran that place until the 20s or 30s anyway.
Something like that, yeah.
There's modern kitchen in there. And, and there's actually cattle down there now. It's the first time I've seen that many cattle. There's probably, down in the pasture down there's probably 100 head. Well,
I talked to the guy who's talking to the guy that runs that. They got 500 cattle, and they got 5. Each cow has a calf, so they got about 1,000 between the cows and the calves. They got about 1,000 cattle down there. So
wow.
Yeah.
Nice to see it. I like to see that.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely. The secrets of the trade, I guess. So.
Well, they're done. I'm going to take a little walk around the outside here, look at the view, and
very good.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Down the stairs we go. Well, we're gonna head back down the hill. And I don't know if it'll make it on the channel, but had a nice little conversation with the fire watcher up there, Don. Actually went well beyond the video I took. Like I said on the way up there, woohoo! Most of those folks I've met are real super nice people, and of course they get kids up there and stuff, and they are portionable to the kids, and I'm sure they treat it like an outreach thing for the Forest Service. Wow, that's pretty. I think we beat the rain up here. I'm not seeing too much active rain going on right now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the clouds broke up, and you can see the sunlight streaming down between the clouds. It's kind of neat. Well, if you look out there, you can see a canyon out there. It runs that way, and it runs away from us. That is West Clear Creek Canyon. If you care to look in some of my video history, there is a video there for West Clear Creek, and you can actually go over there and look down inside. It's pretty cool. I stopped right here to kind of pan around. I never know when I'm going to get out of the drift with looking at long distance, but out in the distance you can see this whole cut, all these canyons, and this is the whole plateau, the Mogollon Rim country. That's how it's gradually being cut down and eroded. Eventually this will all be the same level as where I live down in the desert.